Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really focusing on one specific piece of advice.
That's right. We're looking at Miss Mansi's trading tip 30.
Exactly. And our mission, well, it's pretty straightforward. Really understand this tip.
And figure out what it suggests about options trading, specifically buying options.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into it. Miss Mansi's tip 30. It seems to boil down to a very specific condition for buying options.
It does. The core idea is only buy options when a significant resistance or support level breaks.
That word only really stands out, doesn't it? It sounds quite restrictive.
It is. It sets a clear rule. No break, no option buying, according to this tip.
All right, let's break down those terms first. Significant resistance. What are we talking about there?
Well, think of it like a price ceiling. A level where the price has tried to go higher multiple times but failed.
Okay, so a barrier overhead.
Exactly. And significant support is the opposite, like a floor.
A price level where buyers usually step in and stop it from falling further.
Precisely. And significant implies these aren't just minor temporary levels. They have some history.
Got it. Established zones. So the tip says wait for these levels to give way.
Yes. And it tells you exactly what to do when they do.
Okay, what's the action for resistance breaking? If the price punches through that ceiling.
Then Miss Mansi's tip says, buy a call option.
A call option.
Yeah.
Right. That's the one that gives you the right, but not the obligation, to buy the asset later.
Correct. You're essentially betting that breaking resistance means the price is likely heading higher.
You're playing the momentum after the break.
That's the idea. It's a reaction to a confirmed move rather than trying to predict the break itself.
Okay, makes sense. And what about the flip side? If that floor, the significant support, breaks.
If the price decisively falls below significant support, the tip advises buying a put option.
And the put option gives you the right to sell.
Exactly. So you're anticipating further downside after that support level failed.
Again, reacting to the break.
Correct. And it's that exclusivity again. Only buy puts when support breaks, only buy calls when resistance breaks.
It really stresses that specific timing. No buying options in between those levels or trying to predict the break.
According to this tip, no. It's a strategy focused purely on confirmed breakouts.
Interesting. So let's think about the key takeaways for someone listening. What does this approach offer?
Well, first, it offers a potentially more disciplined approach. You have a clear signal.
Right, take some guesswork out. You're not trading on gut feeling alone.
Exactly. By waiting for that break, you might avoid getting caught in choppy price action before a real move happens. It could reduce false starts.
So potentially managing risk by waiting for stronger evidence.
That seems to be the underlying principle. Second, it aligns your trade with the potential start of a new trend.
Okay, how so?
A break above resistance can signal an uptrend is starting or resuming. A break below support, a downtrend.
So you're trying to ride that new wave of momentum.
Precisely. You're reacting to what the market structure is telling you.
But there's a catch here, isn't there? How do you know if a level is truly significant?
Yes. That's the crucial and sometimes subjective part.
It's not always obvious on a chart.
Not at all. Identifying what constitutes significant support or resistance is key to making this tip work.
And that probably involves looking at past price action, maybe volume.
Definitely. Historical data, how many times the level was tested, the volume on previous tests, and on the break itself, these all play a role.
So the tip is simple, but applying it requires some solid analysis beforehand.
Absolutely. Defining significant is where the trader's own skill and analysis come in.
Okay, so just to wrap up the core message of Miss Mansi's tip 30, only buy calls on a significant resistance break.
And only buy puts on a significant support break.
Yeah, a very focused strategy.
Indeed. Clear conditions for entry.
Which leads us to a final thought for you, the listener, to ponder.
Given this tip, how would you define significant resistance or support in your own analysis?
Yeah, what tools or methods would you use to confidently identify those make or break levels? Thinking about that could be quite revealing.
A good question to take away. Thanks for joining our deep dive today.